Alright, I'm just gonna say it. The right moment does not exist.
What the hell am I yammering about? Well, let me explain.
Have you ever put something off because it's not the right moment? Or have you told yourself, I'll do it once this certain thing is fixed? It honestly feels like I'm stopping myself from doing what I should be doing by setting up a bullshit condition in the first place.
Let me give you an example.
I started my channel as a tool to document my sim racing learning process, like a fun little side project to combine the two things I really wanted to do, racing and make videos. Well, everything started great. I made the channel, I made the Instagram page, I set myself a routine, I hired a coach, I started practicing almost every day, even started streaming. It felt really good, like everything was falling into place. Sure, there were some setbacks, but nothing big. I thought I was working really hard. The truth is, yes, I was working hard, but not as hard as I made it out to be in my mind.
I mean, anyone can do anything when life is smooth. The real challenge is to find the time when everything around you breaks apart.
And just like that, my life turned upside down. I got sick, my workload quadrupled, and suddenly I just couldn't keep up. Let me explain this in racing terms because this is a sim racing channel. So, this is very similar to a race that I did in Laguna Seca. I started P13, and as soon as the race started, I lost a tons of positions. Not the best start, but I kept going. So, yeah, race starts, and immediately I lose two positions. And now it's 3. I'm thinking, great, that's the worst that can happen, but let's focus on this race. Not everything is easy. Okay, lap 2, turn 1 done, and I see someone in the corner of my eye. Okay, that dude just spun out. Maybe I should keep my distance from him. And yeah, I let him pass, and he takes another person out, so I guess I gained some positions. So fast forward, this is lap 5, I'm in P9, I caught up to the 3 people in front of me and we start a 4-way battle to P6.
A few moments later.
And they crash. And I gain 2 places. Everything is working in my favor, I didn't have to do any work at all. Up in P7 and I feel great. This is very similar to how I started my sim racing journey and this YouTube thing. Everything wasn't the easiest, but I wasn't really facing any kind of difficulty at all, and everything seemed to be going buttery smooth.
It's kind of like when life is smooth, it's easy to check that box off. It's easy to carry that momentum and keep going forward.
But here's the thing, those smooth moments, they don't really last forever, and trust me, that's when things get real, both on track and off track. Let's get back to the race. Take lap 11 for example. I just made a pass on the P7 guy, I'm in P6, but feeling that I have a decent handle on things, I got too cocky. Just like that, I lost 3 positions. And in that moment, I had a choice. I could have thrown in the towel, let frustration take over, and just quit the race. It would have been easy to give up, really.
And for some weird reason, I've built up in my mind that I can only race when everything is perfect. When the truth of the matter is, racing would have actually helped me de stress and decompress. I've inflated it so much in my head that something that I really love started becoming a chore.
Maybe I don't need to have the perfect race or the perfect idea to make YouTube videos. Maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Instead of waiting for the perfect time to do what I love, I should be just embracing this messiness. Like this video is just me accepting that I messed up.
I remember when I was 11 or 12, I couldn't wait to come home, do all my chores, and start playing Need for Speed Most Wanted. Like there was no perfect moment. Any time was a perfect time to start racing. And if only I could have gone back in time, slap myself, and say, no, you don't need a perfect time to start. Just start racing.
Like racing is what I love. This shouldn't be that complicated at all. I miss the simpler times when I was young and all I wanted to do is play Need for Speed Most Wanted. So back to the race. We had some cool battles, we overtook some people, and I just didn't wait for the perfect condition. Instead of quitting, I kept through the race and I finished P10. Like, here's the thing, if I'd have just quit after the spin, I would be able to capitalize on other people's mistake. I wouldn't have finished at all, but because I kept going, I still made it to the end. Still walked away with something.
So, yeah, I messed up. I got into my own head and I stopped myself from being happy. I mean, this is what I love, and there's no right time to do the stuff you love because it's always a good time to do what you love.
So the question is, are you doing what you love?